Hi everybody, this is Jessica from Pug Stitches and Knits, and I'm here today to teach you the knit stitch. So you'll watch a different video to cast on, because you got to cast some stitches onto your needle before you start knitting. And I've cast on and knit a couple rows just to get a little bit of fabric there for you. Now I usually pick up my yarn with my right hand. I'll show a different video on how to pick it up with your left hand. This is called the throwing or the English method. You can either just pinch it, or there are a couple ways you can tension your yarn. One way is just to take your index finger and from the front go under and wrap around and under again. And then I have just a tension and I can hold it with my finger instead of pinching it. Another way, the way I use, is I bring it from my palm side in between my pinky and my ring finger and wrap it around my pinky. And then again, I'm taking my index finger and dipping it down under, and then I'm ready to go. And I just grab my needle, and we're gonna go from the bottom here and bring my needle through. And so that right needle's in the back. I'm gonna wrap my yarn around the back of the right needle and in between the two needles. It's very important you do it the right way, or else you'll get a twisted stitch. Then I'm just gonna bring that needle down, this needle up. I come through like that, so I'm catching the new stitch there on my right needle, and I'm sliding the old stitch off my left needle. So I come from the bottom, my right needle goes in the back, I wrap around behind and in between, and I hold it a little taut so that that stitch will stay on when I come up and over. And there's my new stitch, and then once I have that new stitch, I can slide the old stitch off. From the bottom, wrap around, hold it a little taut, come up and over. There's my new stitch. So once that's there, I can let my old stitch fall off. Up and over and let it fall off. And always make sure your finished stitch is on the fattest part of the needle, because if you're just doing the finished stitch up here, guess how big your stitch is going to be? Small, not the right size. And then it's going to be very hard to knit into on the next round. So this stitch can come up a little onto the needle if it's easier, because it's already knit, so you're not affecting the size of that needle, because that can make it easier to get your other needle in. We wrap around and come over, and it can be on the tip when I'm working it, but once I'm done, I need to make sure it's down on the fattest part before I start a new stitch. So I come in from this bottom left-hand side. My right needle's in the back, wrap around the back and in between, come up and over. There's my new stitch, off with the old stitch. And I just keep going. Up and over, wrap. Up and over, slide off. In, wrap, up and over, off. So I go in with that needle, I wrap around, come up and over, and then I take it off the old one. I go in, wrap around, up and over, and off. In, around, up and over, and off. In, around, up and over, and off. In, around, up and over, and off. Now, one thing I just want to show you before we're done is, now I'm ready to just turn around. This becomes my left hand needle, and I start again. This just what we just did. Now, just if you look here, you can see like this stitch right here kind of looks like two stitches, right? But if you knit into two stitches here, you're going to get more and more stitches. You don't want to do that. So what I want to do is I want to make sure I get my work all pushed down, so that one that looks like two stitches is down below, and I'm just knitting the single stitch on the needle. So when I go in, I'm just going in right into this guy and not catching these ones below. Okay. And it's always that first stitch that's the trickiest. So just kind of keep that. Snug it up a little bit and just go. All right, guys, that's all there is to the knit stitch. Piece of cake. If you have any questions, let me know below. Thank you very much. This is Jessica from Pug Stitches Knits. I'm Pug Stitches Knits on social media, and you can find me on Ravelry as well. Take care. Bye-bye.